revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Hey.
Can Zeke deke again? It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Let him know.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill out to the right here to Shepard. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On second down, Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. On second down, Barkley. Oh, nice move. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Elliott, power running by Zeke. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down now, Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Elliott. There's a nice move. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Call it a 48. Punt, give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to train.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, it's Elliott. Fights off the defender. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Tannehill. He's got it. This is Ware. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. second down. Here's Barkley.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The kick by Maher is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come to halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Elliott. The tackle made by Austin Calitro.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
This is Barkley. A nice little juke. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Maher, up and good. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Tannehill. This is Shepard on the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 2nd down pass play there. But it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All day, just like that, just like that.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Higbee secures it over the middle. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Hey, check out 80!
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Regular.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on set. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And shedding through the tackle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Watch time, time is right. Watch time, time.
On second down now, Barkley. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st down, Barkley. They find some open field here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the shoot.
Now a give right side. Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. Again, it's Elliott. Fighting him off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
In that situation at 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. The offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And who's got it? The Giants. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check.
And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Check, 59. On game, punt.
On 1st down, Barkley. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Safety's creeping.
56, 56.
They'll run with Barkley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Maybe some pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2.